Hi, this is Luann Baldwin, and this video is in partial fulfillment of the requirements for SBD 523. Many people in education think of gifted as just a label. A gifted student gets to attend special classes or gets pulled out of class to meet with a special teacher. Gifted, however, is so much more. A gifted child's brain works differently. It's wired to absorb, master, and synthesize information more efficiently and effectively than an average person. Brain researchers are finding that the brain development of children with high IQs is very different from average children. As an example, the cortex layer in the brain of a gifted child is much thinner at age 7, but reaches peak thickness much later than the average child. Researchers have also discovered that the frontal areas of the brain are more active in gifted people, which allows for more focus, and that these enhanced areas support information processing in other parts of the brain as well. Because of these differences, gifted children pick up new ideas with less repetition, and they're good at integrating new knowledge with what they already know. Gifted kids ask more questions and want to explore with more depth. When we think of aptitude or ability and achievement, we usually think of tests. Aptitude or ability tests are usually used to predict how a person might perform in the future. Aptitude tests tend to examine a broader range of knowledge. The IQ test a child might be given to determine if they are gifted is an example of an aptitude test. An achievement test is used to determine what a person has learned prior to being tested. It usually measures only recent learning in specific subjects. A chapter math test or the SAT are examples of achievement tests. I believe that nature and nurture are both important and influence each other. John Hoffman, in the article Early Brain Development, states, studies from the new field of epigenetics show that environment and experience, including nurturing early in life, can actually influence the way genes work. Everyone is born with a genetic blueprint. Genes are responsible for forming all of the cells and connections between brain regions. Nurturing or experience helps fine-tune these connections, helping a child to adapt to the group he belongs to. An example in the article, which plays a more important role in brain development, nature or nurture, an example is given that each of us is born with the potential to learn language, which is nature. However, the particular language the child masters and size of his vocabulary are determined by the social environment in which he was raised. My granddaughter Savannah is a good example of this. She's 5 years old and in kindergarten. She has an incredible vocabulary. It is large and complex. Savannah's father never talks down to her and always explains new words, which Savannah readily learns and uses. So, in this case, nature and nurture complemented each other. So, giftedness can be described with physical, scientific data, and with observable behavior characteristics. And when people say, gifted kids are just wired differently, they aren't far from the truth.